Ready to go.
Well, in honor of 8 years of working on the baby, I'm wearing my original shirt, filthy, dirty, but it's just in honor of the 8 years. I'm going to wear it till we're done, which should be soon. Neck is fraying, I got bleach on the back. We're getting there.
Well, Mom must be thrilled about that.
Who is?
Mom.
Oh yeah.
You walking
she
out of
doesn't
that?
know I'm wearing it. I covered it
yeah,
up.
good plan. Yeah, you're going to be in trouble otherwise, so. All right.
Looking forward to starting the buffing. You're going to finish up some minor stuff here.
Yep.
Good.
So we're going to do 2 different jobs at once here. So I'm going to keep working under here and finish things up under here. Pops is going to start cuffing and button, cutting and buffing. There we go.
Huh?
So he's going to start on the trunk back here. So it'll be the first time we're doing any cutting and buffing on the outside of the car here. So, you know, first glance, this looks pretty good, but you get in there and look closely, then you can see all the focus. Now you're right in my light.
Oh.
Oh, the orange peel. This thing won't stay in. See, it's so smooth it won't even focus. See the orange peel? There's some defects here and there. Here, maybe you can see. There you go. So, Boss is going to start on this. I think what we'll do, I'll have you do 1/2 at a time. Then we can do the before and after. Compare. But it's not too bad. Most of the car is not too bad, but, you know, it's not perfect. So, I'm going to see how much we can clean it up. Just all this, try and see if you can see this stuff in here. So all these little blemishes like this. There are some of those big black chunks of things in here. They don't really show up in the garage. There's one right there, maybe you can see. That's kind of near the top, so we'll see how that comes out. There's a decent amount of that going across the deck lid here, so we'll see how it looks when we're done. Anyway, so Pop's gonna get to work on that. We've been fighting in here, freaking mice. Got in here, so I got mouse traps set up all over the place. One of these big bucket ones. Got these guys, because they've been pooping on my car, which is disgusting. I'm trying to get rid of the mice. You know, we have these big open doors in this big open area we live in, you know, open space basically, so they just get in here all the time. And every time I think they're gone, they come back. So, caught one this morning, so, bastards.
Rat stew coming up.
Rat stew. All right, so Pops is gonna start here with some 1500 wet. There we go. Kind of a new bucket, nice and clean. There's no dirt in it. We got a little pack here of a bunch of different grits in case we need to go up or down. So the plan is, if it works, 1500 by hand. And then we've got some Trizacs for the DA at 2,000, 3,000, maybe 5,000. And then buff. So we'll see. But Pops will start there, see how that cuts, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Pops has got a hard block here, a small one. 1500, a little soap in the water to make it slide a little bit easier. And we're just going to do this half for now.
Go up to about half here.
Yeah, stay at about 2 inches away from the edges. Crisscross pattern, remember?
Oh, the more. Where's the spray bottle, by the way?
We'll get in a minute.
You want crisscross?
Yep. And just kind of work that one little area there. I'll crisscross the other way.
As you can feel a little bit of grit there.
It should get smoother as you go.
Yeah.
Then you know it's working.
Yeah, I need some more water, I think.
Okay. So with just that quick pass there, we'll show you what that does. And then you can do this as well. Use this thing to scrape it down. Right? So you can hopefully see right there. And here you can see all the chicken skin, orange peel. This is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, go on. So you see the orange peel in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to
It's
work.
eggshell in Swedish.
So what we're trying to do here is sand this just enough to where that orange peel is gone.
You can see it's almost gone now.
Yep, and like I said, you can feel it in the sandpaper.
Yeah, it's slick now.
Once it gets smooth. So this is 1500 grit, so it's not going to cut much. You don't have to worry about getting too aggressive with this as long as we stay away from the edges. Okay, why don't you check that? Paper towel's probably not going to be real useful. So rinse this off, and then use the block to scrape it. That's probably the easiest way to do it. This one's not going to come out very well, I don't think. The block's got to be reasonably dry when you do that. There you go. I think that's how I was doing it before. Just wipe the block off on the paper towel. See here? Totally smooth.
Yeah. That's your fingerprint there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Wipe it with a microfiber here. So that is done. That was pretty easy. Okay, what were you saying?
I said, how do I get the shine back? I forgot.
Okay, so we're sanding with 1500 grit. Then what are we
Right.
doing? What's next?
2,000, 3,000, 5,000,
And then?
then we quit.
No.
Huh?
Then what happens? Buffer.
Oh, we gotta buff this down.
Yes.
With what?
With a buffer. With rubbing compound and polishing compound. and
Oh
all
man,
stuff.
that means more. Ow!
Oh, you don't have to do that part.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now that that dried, if you get out of the light, you keep putting your head right in the light. There we go.
That's what it's for.
So there's a tiny little bit of orange peel you might be able to see here, but I don't think we're going to worry about that. So that didn't take long.
No?
So that'll go pretty quickly, I think. So just finish doing that in that area, and we'll come over here and go on to the next step. All right, John, you wanted a longer video. Here you go. Get to sit here and watch Pop sand. How exciting. You got sandpaper on there?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Yeah?
Last time Pops wiped it off, he started sanding without any sandpaper on there.
Am I supposed to go visit Mom every day at lunch, make sure it was okay?
You're right on that edge, are you not?
No, that?
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Sorry, you were
Yeah,
saying.
anyway, so just to go watch her, go home and have lunch with her, make sure she was okay, getting old. And she was pretend to be ironing.
Okay, I just want to stop.
Yeah.
You could have busted right through the paint right there.
Okay, I got it.
Do not go near the edges. Stay away from the edges. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, go visit her for lunch and make sure she was okay. And she'd be pretending to be ironing.
Rinse. Pretending to be ironing.
Well, because she didn't have it plugged in, so I was always joking, you know. I mean, she tried to
Get your
act
rag.
like she was busy, huh?
Get your rag, wipe it down with the rag.
She was gonna pretend that she was busy watching Days of Our Lives all the time. It was on
Really?
at that time every day. So I say, hey, Mom, it works a lot better when you iron if you plug it in. And she couldn't say shut up, she would say tarap.
She got good at saying shut up by the time I got there.
Yeah?
I remember, shut up. Shut up.
That's because you were incorrigible.
I think she was talking to you. But
Oh! Well, I was incorrigible then.
you can use that rag to wipe off the squeegee. It's getting pretty close. Okay, so we're not going to do this bottom part here because the spoiler covers that up anyway. So if you look here, you'll see just that center section there needs a little more work, but that's good.
Getting there?
Yep. We'll get the spoiler out and figure out exactly where we need to go.
Yeah, well, then we dry fit this and make sure we're, okay.
Don't do that.
Gotcha.
Let me out.
Yeah.
I'll get the spoiler real quick. I don't remember how far up it goes, so. Not very.
Well, we'll just stand at the top of the bubbles here with the holes, well, it should be okay.
Yeah, about an inch.
Yeah?
So you want to get close to these, but don't
Not,
hit
but
them.
not touch them, yeah. So like here, it's okay.
Yeah.
So you can go in between them here real good.
You don't need to get down to these. See, they're different offsets.
Yeah,
The low ones you don't need to go that
right. So I'm saying, if you take the top one, right? I'm saying you still can come down between them with no problem without
Yeah,
touching
but,
it.
yeah, but then you leave I wouldn't worry about it. Just get, within an inch of this and we'll clean it up if we need to. This is about right here.
Yeah.
Let's see what I'm talking about here on the camera, maybe. Not that much. Actually, these are even higher. And then backwards.
How come that paint job looks so good?
Because I did it.
You did that one?
Yeah.
Looks damn good.
This side's almost perfect. I think there's a run on the back here somewhere.
I know, I mean, shit.
Yeah, this is...
Buff that guy out.
You don't even have to buff this one.
I know, it's perfect.
All right, back to work.
All right. Moving on.
Trying not to drop this thing, jeez. I can put a piece of tape down to mark it as long as you don't sand up right to the edge of the tape because that'll leave a line.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I'm saying it's not, I know what you mean. If you go around like this, you might leave an area here, but I think we're okay.
Okay. Remember, you're stopping at the middle. So.
Right.
I was just telling Pops to avoid any place there's an edge. So all the places where the spoiler holes are. So anyway, I was telling Pops to avoid any edges anywhere, and where the spoiler holes are is an edge. Generally speaking, the clear builds up on those circles, so it's may not be an issue, but at the same time, I just don't want to burn through anywhere. Being careful.
And then you may not need 2 or 3.
No, you got to go at least to 3,000.
Okay, well, I did all this while he supervised.
Yeah, something like that. So I think you can see here all the orange peel is gone. I think that looks good. There's still some imperfections in it, we know. That's the way it's going to be. So now we're going to get to 2,000 and then go up to 3,000. Okay, we got some 2,000. So for now, just do the 1/2 so we can see if we can see the difference between the 1,500 and the 2,000. Now, I was telling Pops each successive step that you go up should go faster than the one before. Just the 1/2. Stay on the 1/2.
This may be a problem.
That's fine. Yeah, you can turn the block the other way. There you go. Anyway, so going from 1,500 to 2,000 to 3,000, the sanding gets easier because you're not trying to take off any orange peel or anything. You're just trying to take out the scratches from the previous step.
That's fun, like here, so how smooth it is here, and here's rough still.
Yep.
Probably already did, huh?
Probably.
Just kidding. You can feel how rough it is there.
Yeah, try not to go that way with it. Yeah, dig in a little bit. You want to go the fat way. There you go.
The problem is this
I know.
one.
But you can turn it this way. Just don't sand like this, right? Sand this way. If you go like this, you can put grooves in it. Yeah, like that. I know it's not ideal, but we'll get there. Now we're going to do a little bit of this with the hand thing here, and like I said, I have the Trizac pads for the DA that we'll try as well. I might try that on the other half when we get to that. All right, that should be good. Rinse it off, check it out. See what that did, if anything. By the time we get to the 3,000, it should look pretty glossy. Not shiny, but a little bit of gloss to it. It's already looking pretty nice. Smooth. And can you give me a wipe down, a couple wipes down from
Sure.
the top that way? Let's see if we can tell the difference between the 1,500 and the 2,000. I'm just over that edge over there, the far edge. Yeah, yep. Okay, we'll let that dry and come back. I don't think we can really see any difference between the 1,500 and the 2,000. Feels like glass though. So we'll hit it with the 3000 now. Alright, we are at 3000 now. I hear the compressor running. I'm getting that ready so we can use the DA. I don't even hear any scratches. I'm not sure I would with that compressor running, but
It's just glass.
feels nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Good. Should be able to see the difference around the edge since I went all the way to the edge and you didn't, so might be able to see it better.
Yes. Sounds like nothing.
All right.
No abrasion at all, see?
All right, so wipe it down, see what you get. Yeah, it's totally smooth.
This should be 15. This is 3.
Yep. Wipe it off on my shirt. Get it a little drier. Let that dry for a minute. So I guess my lesson for the day is a skvet.
There you go. Snap.
Skvet of water. So I put some 2000 on this guy because we couldn't even see the difference between the 1500, 2000, or 3000. We'll see.
Shiny.
Gonna be real gentle about this. All right, can you give it the wipe? Maybe there's a slight difference here, but it's pretty hard to tell with the 2000. We're gonna go ahead and move up to the 3000 now. Like I said, that should have some level of sheen to it. You see this looks pretty dull. There's a tiny amount of sheen. With the 3000 it should look semi-gloss maybe satin maybe. We'll see.
Do the 1500, we'll go from there.
Yeah. So we're just commenting that the hand sanding with 1500 and 2000 just didn't really do squat. Back up. But here you can see, here's the line. You see how this has a reflection in it. And then over here it's all hazed out. So you can definitely see the border there. So that's working. So this is done. Ready for the buffer. Maybe we'll just hit it with the buffer just real quick.
And just see the difference.
Yeah. Okay, so got the buffer, got a wool pad on there, using the 3M Perfected #1. We're not going for finish here. I'm just going to do a quick test, see how things look. The Perfected stuff, step 1, step 2 doesn't make as big a difference, and step 3 makes almost no difference, in my opinion. Spread that stuff around. Never sure how much of this stuff to use. fast for my taste. Check that. Still see scratches in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sandpaper scratches?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do a little more work with the 3000, maybe even 2000. They're very fine scratches, but they're from the hand sanding. You can see them. Show you what this looks like. All right, I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of these scratches in the camera or not. They're there. I'm not going to be able to tell till I look at this in editing. But you see how smooth this is?
Yeah.
It's still
Like
hazy
glass.
though, so
Huh?
I said it's still hazy. Compare. So that means we either have a lot more buffing to do or more 2000, 3000. So I'd say we go back to the 2000, 3000, see if we can get rid of these scratches, and then we'll come back.
You want to do half one?
All right, so we were trying to use these 3M 2000 pads. Purple finishing film, whatever the hell they're called. These weren't doing anything, and we finally realized they're not wet or dry. So I just went over this whole thing. It doesn't seem like it did much with that one little spot right there. You can see how dull it is. So we're going to go over this again and try and get it uniformly dull like that, and then we'll go back to the 3000. All right, that's better. Now we got a nice uniform finish. So we're going to go back to the 3000 again.
Forget the colors for a second.
All right, so here's the 3000, there's the 2000. You can clearly see that line right there. So that's working. All right, we'll go over to that edge there and we'll get the buffer out again. All right, I've got pops holding up the deck lid here to get this outside edge. So the polisher, orbiter, whatever, spins clockwise. So we want this part of the pad going off the panel. So the buffer's rolling off the edge this way. If this part of the buffer down here hits it, it digs into it and it'll tear the paint up. So we want to be using the top edge of the buffer here.
Watch this scat towards me.
Can't help it. Right when the helicopter goes over. So if I did that correctly, I didn't take any paint off the edge of my car. So let's clean it up.
Second coat.
Yeah.
Polish it, okay.
So this is with the rubbing compound. You see the finish looks beautiful, but it is still a little hazy. If you compare this edge right here, where so that's, we didn't touch this part. You compare it to there, it's just a little hazier. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to hit it with the polishing compound now and stop. So we just want to make sure the process is working here. This edge here is being a bit of a nightmare, and I don't want to go after it too aggressively right now, so I'm going to leave that for the moment. For anybody that's serious about this, there's way better cut and buffing videos out there than mine. Check out Sprayway Customs, for instance. He's got much better videos than I do. So we're on to number 2 now. Black pad. Gotta go.
You turn it over there so I can see it. Okay. shine it from here.
Yeah. Let's see. That is almost as shiny as the paint was before. Not quite. Pretty good. Okay, look at our line here. After, before. How close I can get in here. Have this thing focus. You can see the orange peel in the paint and the non-orange peel in the paint. It looks really good. I think we could live with that. All right, so I think the formula works. Let's go ahead and get it finished.
Okay.
Yeah. So I found a good way to highlight the difference here, hopefully, is look at the reflection of the trees here. I don't know how well that's coming out. It looks, I can see here how funky it looks. And then I'll go to the other side.
So saying the light is pouring.
Now compare to the trees here.
Yeah.
It's a mirror. Beautiful, man. Look at that reflection. Oh, that's good. So the edges here, what we ended up doing was Pops went out about this far with the 1500 and we took 2000 and then I went over this whole area with 3000 by hand. And that worked pretty well. It's still a little hazy right on the edges, but pretty hard to tell. But hopefully now you can see the difference between the orange peel on these two sides here, or lack of orange peel over here. The camera won't even focus on anything over there. There you go. Oh, that's good. That's how you get the shot. Focus. There. The orange peel. Non-orange peel. So that looks smoking. All right, so this we took it all the way up through step 1, 2, 3 of the machine polish, finally ultra fine. So I found what that did is it just took the slightest little bit of haze out of it. Doesn't do much, but it does a little bit. There are still some scratches in it that we found. I don't know if they'll get picked up in the camera, but like right here. Maybe, I think you can see that's a little hazy right there from the scratches. But it's pretty minor. So all in all, I think we're pretty happy with that. Yeah.
I am totally satisfied.
Satisfied?
Satisfied. You did a hell of a job. Edges, no markups, no metal showing through, no base coats, nothing.
Yep, no burn throughs. So that's definitely the safety measure. No machine tools.
An
Below.
excellent handwork by Pops.
An excellent handwork by Pops. So no machine sanding within the edges of like 1500 and down. The 2000 we're a little careful. 3000 would come out to like here, and then the rest we did hand sanding. And I'm not even sure I would use the orbital at all because the hand sanding's pretty easy with the 3000. So I think I'll just do what we did. Just have Pops go out to there, and then we'll just feather it with 2000 and 3000 by hand. And I'm going to order some 5000 because that'll take that last little bit of haze out of there, I think. Because I don't like taking the buffer and getting too aggressive with this. So very good, very
And
good.
3 of these. We'll go through that next week.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's a lot left in there. That's the one I've used the most. It's
Yeah,
still
well, we don't have to do that next week. We're just testing today. Next week is sanding again. Only.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so let me finish the water bottle. I think we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Now, why is the water bottle a problem, you may ask? Because of all this stuff and this stuff that's in here, the factory location wouldn't work anymore. So I think I got these two holes in the right place. We'll find out. All right, got that guy mounted there. We don't have any hose clamps, so that fit. So I need to order some more hose clamps. This guy, not really sure what to do with him. Find something, a clamp I can put on the subframe or something to lock it down. And then this guy, I just need to put a clamp on him and we're done. So the last thing we have to do under here is that bracket for that guy, still pending. Pops is just back here admiring his handiwork.
Yes, sorry.
Beautiful, man.
Can't get the eggshell versus the shiny here because of the light, but
I got it. I'll send you some stills.
okay.
All right, call it a day.
Yes, great day, great day.
Yes, good work.
4 hours for that. But man, is it beautiful.
Yep. Well, we learned a lot.
Yes, we did. Stay home.
Yeah, there you go. It'll go faster next time.
What was the Swedish word you learned for the day?
Skvätt.
There you go.
To spritz with something. Is
Yes.
that water specifically or anything?
Squirt, squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt, squirt. Okay. Skvätt.
That's where squirt came from. Etiology.
Okay. All right. We're very happy with how this came out, so we're going to call it a day. Get out of here. And no blow-ups here. Didn't burn through anywhere, which is the part I've been terrified about. So, of course, as I told Pops, this is the easiest panel on the car, so it only gets harder from here. Yep. All right. Adios.
Adios.